Their career spanned a time in which the Falcons were beginning to string together some impressive playoff performances. What was it about Coach's leadership that made the team so successful?
So it's so funny you asked this question, because I've recently been reflecting on this with family, and I think just with the socio-political climate right now, it's just caused me to just reflect a lot. And Coach taught us how to be off the court. She taught us how to show up, how to take accountability. I mean, the work ethic, the commitment, and a unit, being a unit, coming together as a unit. We did a lot of exercises, retreats, even drills that just helped us to communicate better, to come together as a unit. And she taught us, again, how to show up off the court for each other. Once all of that was in place and we came together as a unit, there was no stopping us. That's what allowed the teams to be successful.
What was your reaction to receiving the news that Coach was stepping down from the head coach position? And then how great was it to hear that it would be, in fact, Coach White, who was assistant while you were playing, was stepping into that role for her?
Bittersweet. It was such a bittersweet feeling. And I won't get into necessarily how I found out, but, in that moment, I remember looking at some of the faces of some former players that I've played with, and I could see the sadness, but immediately following the news, coming from Coach directly to say she was stepping down, and to hear Coach was stepping in. It's such a bittersweet feeling, because you feel like the legacy continues. The legacy continues. C gets it. She knows what it takes. She's played under Coach before, just as a lot of us have. So again, it's such a bittersweet feeling, but I know C's ready. This is her time now.
What was your biggest takeaway and something you will always remember in your time playing for Coach Stevens?
This is such a loaded question. Such a loaded question. So to sum it up and to keep it short, because I could probably go on and on, the biggest takeaway, I'm thinking back to a term, and I may be mispronouncing it slightly, but Coach brought to us an African philosophy, Ubuntu. I am because we are. That emphasis of being self through others. That, and it may sound so corny or cliche, and I'm repeating myself a bit, but she taught us how to be off the court. And that was just one of the biggest takeaways. Yes, it transcended into great communication and great plays and fast breaks and great defensive slides and covers. But off the court, the biggest takeaway is just the life skills and how to apply it to my work, to my everyday. I'm a mother now, and it's just, seeing that humanity in people is the biggest takeaway.